go at it for what looks like will be the district championship. The Hurricanes come in riding a 3-game winning streak at 3-1 while undefeated in district play. Kickoff, it is homecoming here for Riverview, and they have some festivities getting ready to start. And we're going to bring in Danny Carter as we move along on the Shake Pit countdown to kickoff. Danny, boy, these two programs, of course, no strangers to one another. We've certainly had some great games over the years, dating back to the John Sprague, Joe Canan days.
Well, those were the fun days. You come back in here, and all the way back to when I was in school. And I remember coming here one year. I was a senior in high school, and we rolled down here, and there must have been 9,000 people. That entire side, the visiting side, was completely packed. You could not get anyone in there to sit. It was unbelievable how many people were here, and it was a great football game too. And there's just many of those games that have gone on throughout the years. The crowds have changed a little bit, and that's due to increased number of schools. So that's changed things around a lot. Not so much for Sarasota County, but it has for Manatee County. But looking ahead to tonight's game, I think both of these teams are relatively evenly matched. When you look at it, I think offensive lines, they're going to be a little bit bigger than we are up front. But skill position-wise, I think we're relatively even. Allie Boyce is a heck of a running back for Riverview. Arthur Brantley will do a good job. He doesn't throw a whole lot, but he will take off and run with it as well. So they're going to give you a dual-threat quarterback, even though they don't throw a whole lot of times. And then Manatee will counter with Keon Fordham, Josh Booker, and Ryan O'Neill as well. Probably going to get some playing time tonight as well.
Well, one person that thinks it's going to be an evenly matchup is Coach Todd Johnson, the former coach here at Riverview High School. Of course, both these teams come in with new coaches. Josh Smithers took over for Coach Johnson, while, of course, Yusuf Shakir for John Booth. And it's kind of strange because Coach Booth, Coach Johnson both went into the private sector, and they both were very successful in replacing legends.
Yeah, and that's not an easy task. That's probably the hardest thing to do. And I mean, it's not just go up to the University of Florida and go ask them what it's like when you got to take over for the first guy behind the guy that comes in is usually going to have the most difficult time. The guy that comes after that is going to be a little bit easier. So it's always tough. And both schools, Riverview was in some down years, and Todd Johnson struggled a little bit here early on. And last year they made great improvement coming into Manatee at they come to Hawkins Stadium and beat us. It was a huge game.
That was an upset at that time.
And had some success in the playoffs. I came down and watched them play against Dr. Phillips. And, if they hadn't lost their quarterback, they had an opportunity. They missed some opportunities down here early. And they played Dr. Phillips very well for a while until it just, the quarterback, they had to go to a freshman. And it just didn't work out.
All right, we're going to take our first time out of the night. It's Manatee and Riverview. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football, presented by Conley Buick GMC.
This isn't just any beach. This is where I grew up. The most beautiful beaches in the world. Incredible water and unbelievable sunsets, which you can experience every time you dine at one of our waterfront restaurants. Such as the Sandbar, where you can dine with your toes in the sand. Enjoy seafood from local waters and produce from our farms to your table. I'm Ed Childs, and I invite you to join me at the Sandbar.
Every great team has a coach that leads them to victory. Offense, defense, special teams. The coaching staff knows that it takes a full team effort in order to be successful. At Williams Wealth Management Group, we help our clients implement their strategic plan. We take a 360-degree approach to help our clients meet their personal goals. My wife Helena and I are proud Manatee High School graduates, and we love our community that we're raising our family in. At Williams Wealth Management Group, our services are more than money.
Fire! Yeah.
Coming up next, we have Sophomore Board. Presents to you the god of Hades. Hades is the god of the dead and the king of the underworld. Played by Kendall Ligon. How about a round of applause for our class of 2020? Our next float
Who are all the people on this side of the band?
Junior Board. They are bringing to you the god of Poseidon, god of the sea, who was once told to be one of the 12 Olympians of ancient Greek mythology. Our Poseidon tonight is played by Dusty Hibbs. Now, how about a large round of applause for your senior board floats? Senior board tonight brings to you Zeus, god of lightning, god of thunder, and the god of all gods. Played to you by senior Andrew O'Grady. Our seventh float of the night is brought to you by the Highland Dancers. They bring you love, they bring you beauty, they bring you desire. The goddess they chose was Aphrodite. It is told that she had a magical girdle that compelled everyone to love her. And coming up after the first float of the night is National Honor Society.
Everyone to the Ram Bowl. We're on the Shake Pit countdown to kickoff as the Hurricanes still out on the field, getting set to take on the Riverview Rams. The Rams have headed back to the locker room. We've got floats going around the track here. It's homecoming for Riverview. That's definitely, Danny, a little different for the Hurricanes coming into somewhere where they have scheduled homecoming for Manatee. But I think it was messed up.
They said it got canceled from earlier. Yes, they had to redo everything. So it shifts things up. But hey, you know what? I watched the homecoming game last week in college level. That didn't turn out the way it should have.
Not at all. Maybe we shouldn't have scheduled LSU for homecoming in Gainesville, right?
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to check in with our sideline reporter. Gene Brown is still out on the high seas, so we've got Jim Nelson who is in. And we're going to check in with Jim now. Jim, you doing all right tonight?
Yeah, it's a beautiful evening down here on the field, and I tell you what, this is the best Riverview field that I've seen since 1989. It's dry. The grass is good and tight. It's going to be a good field for us. It's going to be fast.
Well, that's good because we need to run up and down it to keep up with this Riverview team. Good news that we got minutes ago that Sir Williams is going to be able to go tonight, Jim. Any other injuries? I know Gerber not quite ready to come back. Maybe next week for Brett Gerber?
Yeah, Brett wants to play, of course, but I think the decision was made to hold off another week. I talked to Sir. He feels good. A little bit of pain in the toe, but he feels good, and it's something he can play with. It's that whole, are you hurt or are you injured? In football, if you're hurt, you're played. If you're injured, then you don't. So that's about it. Oh, we got Spagnola back as well, so he'll be available for tonight. He got cleared. He had a concussion and got cleared, so it's good news.
Good, yeah, that gives us some depth on the offensive line with Dylan. We have Omar Lagarde, who has shifted over to center, Charles Armstrong. But I'll tell you what, Armstrong is coming on. 6'5", 265. He gives you the size that you need. It's just the experience. Only a freshman. He's going to be a great player, though.
No, absolutely. He's growing. He's a good kid, too, along with everybody. So he's got a bright future for sure.
Hey, Jim, look around. I don't see, and I'm very hesitant to say this because whenever I do, about a half hour later, we have thunderstorms erupting
Here we
everywhere.
go.
But we've got reports that it's been raining up in Manatee County. It does look good so far, right?
It's a beautiful night right now. Let's hope it stays this way. And it feels dry.
Okay, well.
Hey, another quick question. How's the wind? I know earlier it was blowing pretty good, but
yeah, it's blowing a little bit for you guys from left to right, but it's settled down a little bit. It's gusting, but settled down from what it was like earlier today.
All right, thank you, Jim Nelson. We'll be checking in with Jim periodically throughout the game. Right now we're going to take another timeout. When we return, we'll look at other area games tonight, other than this big one, Manatee and Riverview. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football, presented by Conley Buick GMC.
LaPensi Plumbing, Pools, and Air has proudly been serving Manatee and Sarasota counties since 1985. Our customer-first approach to the industry allows us to cover a wider range of services to fit your exact needs. From plugged-up sinks and broken gas pipes to leaky pools, we are your trusted full-service provider. LaPensi Plumbing, Pools, and Air, a reputation built on trust.
The islands of class waterfront restaurants, such as the Mar Vista Dockside Restaurant. A surprisingly innovative menu featuring fresh seafood. Enjoy a timeless, laid-back atmosphere in a location like nowhere else. Come and experience an old Florida treasure. I'm Ed Childs, and I invite you to come and be our guest.
Before the warning flags are launched, before the winds of change arrive, you must plan and prepare for what lies ahead. Your business and personal finances call for a trusted team to help you achieve your goals with numbers you can count on. Serving this region since 1954, CS&L CPAs provides accounting, tax, audit, and consulting services. Our mission is to understand your unique needs and create exceptional solutions. CS&L CPAs is a proud supporter of Manatee High School. Visit us online to find out more.
The Ram Bowl, where tonight the Manatee Hurricanes on the road to take on Sarasota Riverview. We do have a full slate of action tonight around the region. We've got Lakewood Ranch at Palmetto. That's a big district game down in the Class 7A division. Also, that same division, Braden River at Sarasota. Of course, Braden River coming off a big win over Palmetto last week. And if you look at that division, you've got Braden River, you also have Palmetto, and you have Venice. And right now, Venice, of course, has beaten Braden River. The only game that is left to be played among the big three would be Palmetto and Venice, but it looks like Venice is the team to beat there. Let's bring in Eddie Mulock as we are on the Shake Pit countdown to kickoff. Eddie Mulock, what do you think? You've seen so many of these Riverview Manatee games over the year, and we're setting up for another classic.
We are, and I've seen Joe Cannon hit kick 3 onside kicks in one game, even when we were ahead, and so it's been a very competitive series. And this is we got to win tonight to make up for what happened last year. If everybody remembers, we lost the district at home last year to Riverview, so we need to turn around and do the same thing to them. They put up a lot of
last year too.
Yeah, it was very upsetting for them to come up to Braden and beat us really for the first time in a long time, and to lose the district at the same time. They can put up a lot of points, so our defense is going to have to be on top of it tonight.
Yeah, and they've got a dual threat quarterback, Eddie. Brantley transferred over from Booker. He's very good, but they like to keep the ball on the ground. About 70% of the time they will run the ball, and they've got quite a 1-2 punch, but Allie Boyce is the guy that you have to watch, number 22. And I'm telling you, I hate to throw comparisons out, but he does look a little bit like Emmitt Smith when he runs the football.
We got 22 versus 22 versus 22 tonight then.
Yeah, and I think that's what Manatee, of course, is going to want to do. They're going to want to come out and establish the run with Josh Booker, Keon Fordham, Iron Jackson, Napoleon Harris. We have so many weapons, Danny Carter, and I know we're going to have to soften that defense up a little bit, but you know Coach Shakir wants to run the football.
Oh, he's going to try and run the football, and I think he's going to say, hey, this is what we want to do. We want to power it. At the same time, last week, or or 2 weeks ago, you go with Keon, he throws the ball 11 times, only completed 3. And I think I've watched him in pregame and warming up, on the move, throwing the ball, it's getting better. He's getting more and more, I think, confident in the way he's throwing the football. He starts to pick up a couple of those passes. It'll get some people out of the box, open some things up as well. But, hey, there's a lot of weapons that can do a lot of things. We haven't run the jet sweep very often, and the one thing we haven't seen out of Keon is getting down the line and making that pitch, and that's probably coming tonight.
You know, we talked a lot about our freshmen this year, Iron Jackson. Well, they have a freshman of their own, Michael Hayes.
Very good.
A grown man already, 5'10", 185, and he comes in for Allie Boyce, and they don't lose a whole lot.
No, there's not a beat missed in that group. And they've got a very good backfield and a big offensive line, too. So, to me, this game comes down to 2 things. Manatee has got to tackle extremely well tonight. Can't be missing a lot of tackles, and they have to secure the football.
All right, we're going to take a timeout. When we return, we'll hear from Manatee head football coach Yusuf Shakir. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football, presented by Conley Buick GMC.
This may look like an ordinary tomato to you. It's our Gamble Creek Farm tomato. It's the symbol of our commitment to provide you the freshest and locally sourced ingredients from our farm to your table. Like at the Beach House Restaurant, new from the ground up, with a great contemporary look and an incredibly relaxed atmosphere. It's as beautiful as an island sunset. This is the new Beach House. I'm Ed Childs, and your table is waiting.
Tonight, in honor of homecoming, we welcome the 2017 edition of the Kilty Alumni Band that are on the field with the Kilties. Members this year range from 1975 and Mr. Vince Vance to the 2017 class. We also have one Kilty who made his way all the way from Texas to be with us tonight. We'd like to welcome back the Kilty Band alumni. Pipe Major Massimo Giannini will now lead us in the traditional playing of Amazing Grace. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. We thank the JROTC for providing the color guard and raising the flag at the west side of the stadium. Now please join Band Captain Riley Taylor and the Kilty Band as we honor America. Please remain standing for the playing of the Riverview High School alma mater.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, the best band all the way in the Riverview High School, Kilty Band, along with members of the alumni band. Reminder that their Kilty's halftime show will be performed at the conclusion of the game tonight, while we'll have all of our homecoming festivities during halftime. So stay tuned after the game for the Kilty's halftime show.
There's nothing like family. At the end of the day, when the sun sets, that's all you have. Ultimately, that's all you need. A bunch of brothers bleed and sweat together, fought through summer, all the lifting and running for moments like these. Because you don't ever get them back. Thank you guys for your heart and soul. Because that's what you're going to put in it tonight. You're going to do it for the guy to your left and the guy to your right. Because that's all that matters. Guy to your left, guy to your right. You know what time it is.
Pre-game report, Danny Carter along with Eddie Mulock. Jim Nelson is down on the field tonight. Dave Bristow is be back with us here shortly for the opening kickoff. Manatee Hurricanes coming in tonight, undefeated in the district, along with the Riverview Rams. Basically, Eddie, this is the district championship without a doubt. Uh-oh, got a little headset problem.
I can hear, but it's...
Anyways, I'll carry it the rest of the way. We're good. But anyhow, we got the Manatee Hurricanes. Offensively, it's going to be a Keon Fordham show tonight, I think. Him and Josh Booker. Josh Booker's over 100 yards the last two games. Actually, over 130 both games. Been running the ball strong. He's got over 6 touchdowns in the last 2 football games alone. And then Keon Fordham, he's contributed as well. Last week didn't start the game. Came in for Ryan O'Neill, who started and actually played extremely well, Eddie.
We're going to reverse a little bit tonight. We'll start with Keon as opposed to last week. I like that a lot. And I think he's going to get on the outside and score a lot of touchdowns tonight, too.
Well, I think you got to, first and foremost, it's going to come down to the trenches and what you can do up front and make things happen. Riverview's going to come out. They'll run a 3-4 defense against the Hurricanes. They've done it all year long. That's what we're going to be faced with. They will come with pressure. They're going to bring extra guys on a regular basis trying to disrupt everything. And we'll find out whether or not the Hurricanes can handle that type of defense. I really look forward to seeing Keon throw the ball a little bit, find a few guys, but he's not going to throw a lot, but enough. But if he connects on a few of them, we'll be in good shape.
This might turn out to be Joe Canan football, outscore them tonight.
Right. Let's go down to the field here as we get ready for tonight's coin toss.
Officials to enforce all rules regarding unsportsmanlike conduct by athletes and coaches. Violators will be ejected. Captains, remind your players and coaches of this. Additionally, no juries allowed. You got that, guys? All right. For game purpose, going to call you white. Color of your jersey, going to call you black. Color of your jersey. Black talks to black, white talks to white. All right, guys? We know it's a district game. You guys play football. We'll stay out of your way. You won't even know we're here on the field. But if you don't want to play football, then we'll take over the game. All right? I've got a silver dollar here. It's got a heads and a tails on it. On the silver dollar. You're the visitors. You're going to tell me what you want. I'm going to flip it and let it hit the ground. What do you want? What did he say? He said he wanted tails. And we have a heads. It's a head. Black is one to toss. You want the ball. Which way do you want to kick? Want to kick that way. Stand over here. Face me. Stand over here.
Well, there we go. Riverview Rams won the coin toss, have elected to receive, so the Hurricanes will go on defense first. We'll take our final timeout, come back for tonight's opening kickoff. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
You think football is fun? Are you ready for some football? Yes. We are, because I love football. The winning tradition continues.
Sarasota High School, or Sarasota Riverview High School, in the Ram Bowl, where the Hurricanes and the Rams are just moments away from kickoff. And I'll bring in the voice of the Hurricanes to take you throughout tonight's action, Dave Bristow.
Thanks a lot, Danny Carter. Should be a terrific game tonight as the Hurricanes and Rams play for what would appear to be the district championship. There are still games left to be played, but with Manatee and Riverview, they basically have taken care of business in a big way in the district games to date. And I don't expect that to change.
Running clocks every time, both of them. They're just going out and pounding each team into submission.
So we're going to have the Hurricanes kicking off right to left. And this is a very important part of this game, special teams. Axel Lafro has it teed up. The deep man is Jamar Johnson, I believe, in the middle of the field.
Hard to read that. No, that gray on that black, not easy to pick up. He's kind of in a dark spot, too.
And it's the Basil's Chicken and Ribs kickoff from the Ram Bowl. Settle back, relax. We've got a great evening of Hurricane football. Lafro puts his left foot into it. It's a little bit of an onside kick, but Riverview jumps on it at the 44-yard line. Well, how about that? Shades of yesteryear.
Well, they had him retreating on it. That wasn't a bad idea. He just got too much foot into that and actually went 15 yards. If it goes to the 10, 11-yard line, I think we got a chance to recover. And he needed to kick it more towards the sidelines a little bit. But good effort. Let's see what it goes. The defense has got to tighten up here, see if they can keep them at least not let them get deep into Manatee territory here.
Yeah, kind of a short field now for the Rams, operating from their own 44, driving left to right. Arthur Brantley will give off to Allie Boyce. Boyce breaking a tackle and getting pretty good yards out to about the 49. That's a 5-yard pickup, maybe 4.5. This Riverview offense plays an up-tempo. Arthur Brantley, the transfer from Booker, the quarterback. Brantley takes the snap, and he will keep it, and he will go down. That's a loss on the play of about 6 yards, back to the 44-yard line. We'll call it 5. Now we've got a 3rd down and 10. What a play by Jordan Bing, getting in there, reading the play, and bringing down Brantley for a loss. So it's 3rd and 10. This is a play that you would think Riverview would go to the air. They don't like to throw. They keep the ball on the ground approximately 70% of the time. Brantley looks, wants to throw, fires it down. It is incomplete. Incomplete on the far side of the field at about the 40-yard line, and the Manatee defense has held. You can't ask for a better start than that after the onside kick was recovered by Riverview. They had great field position, but it's a 3-and-out for the Manatee defense.
Yeah, good job defensively. A big play by Jordan Bing, actually, to take them back to that 3rd down and 10 situation. They had a guy open, sat down in the soft part of that zone, but he just missed him.
Pollock back to receive the punt. The punter stands at about the 30-yard line, gets his right foot into it. A very, very high punt that Pollock will let hit at the 20. Takes a Riverview bounce to the 15 where it's down. So an awesome punt by Riverview, as the Canes will drive start from their own 15-yard line, driving right to left. We're just underway at the Ram Bowl, 10:50 to go in the first quarter, and we are scoreless. We'll set the Manatee offense after the first play from scrimmage. Keon Fordham will start at quarterback. Fordham has Josh Booker right beside him. Fordham operates out of the gun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Fordham will keep it around the right side, and Keon gets maybe a yard. Good pursuit by Riverview. Fordham starts at quarterback tonight. Booker at running back. Wes Coleman, Javarius Pollock, and Iron Jackson, the receivers, along with Michael Oliver. Andrew Proctor runs at tight end when the Canes come with a tight end. From left to right on the line, Carter Sysak, Josh Muldoon, Omar Regard, Charles Armstrong, and Jeremiah Bartholow. A little throw over the middle is caught at the 20 to the 25 to the 26-yard line. Wes Coleman caught it. That was a nice throw by Keon, enough for the first down. That's a 9-yard pickup, and it's 1st and 10 for the Canes from their own 26-yard line.
We need to change this field position. This is good. That's a good way to start doing that.
Fordham looked comfortable throwing that ball. Keon has Booker standing right beside him, and Booker gets the call. He's fighting for yards, and now he is brought down at about the 30-yard line, but a great effort by Booker. Picks up 4 yards. About 3 of them were on his own.
They're going to give him the 30.
So it'll be 2nd down and 6. Hurricanes driving right to left. Their opening drive of this game on offense. The Manatee defense got a 3-and-out. Keon Fordham at quarterback, the junior, 5'8", 170 pounds. He's under center on 2nd down and 6. Fordham, play action, rolling. Now he's spinning away from tacklers, and he'll go down back at the, no, he's still up at the 20, to the 25, to the 35-yard line. Somehow he stayed on his feet. I don't know how he did that.
He got his hand down there. I'll tell you what, that was a loss of about 10 that he turned into a gain of about 4.
That is an unbelievable run. Even though it only got 4 yards, it could have been a negative, I would say, about a 10-yard loss. That's one of our best plays of the game so far tonight, brought to you by Manatee Memorial Hospital's Emergency Services. Brings up a 3rd and 3. Fordham now in the shotgun. Keon takes the snap. He just flares it out to Pollock. Pollock to the outside to the 35. Has the first down to the 39-yard line. Javarius Pollock just grabbed it and turned it upfield for the first down. That's a 6-yard gain in the Canes offense, clicking so far. Thanks to Keon. He has come out and has run the ball and thrown the ball very effectively early on. So it's first down and 10 from the Manatee 39. This drive started deep in Manatee territory. We've got Josh Booker and Napoleon Harris in the backfield now, as we've got movement on the right side, but there's no flag, and Harris is tackled as soon as he got it for a 1-yard loss. Kind of wish they maybe would have thrown the penalty there.
He was hit pretty hard too. Nobody got the tackler coming in at all. He just ran free.
There was definitely movement on the right side of the Manatee
moved,
line.
and then we just froze. It's like nobody did anything. They had a free shot at him. So
second down and 11 after the 1-yard loss by Harris. Harris had nowhere to go. Napoleon, our player of the game last week.
We got them spread out here, guys.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, ball in the near side hash mark. Fordham out of the gun. Fordham will throw it incomplete. He wanted
Jackson.
Iron Jackson, but he thought Jackson was going to run to the outside. Jackson cut it in, and he threw it to the outside, so it's incomplete, a third down and 11.
That's exactly what happened. There was a miscommunication.
If he goes to the outside, he's got plenty of room. That's going to be 5 yards and then turn up the field. He knows he turns it into 5-yard marker.
Third down and 11. Might see Keon with a keeper here, guys. On third and 11, Fordham sends a receiver in motion right to left. Fordham wants to set up a screen. He does to Booker, but Riverview's all over that, and there's a loss on the play. Booker grabbed it at about the 36. It'll be a loss of 3, so Manatee will have to punt.
That was very good defense there. I like the call, though. They read it.
Thank you. They read it like they knew it was coming.
He did.
Different punter going to the other guy. It's so long since he punted, I forgot who he was.
So Manatee will punt. What's the number?
I cannot. I can see a 2 on this side. I have no idea which one he is.
Manatee will be punting right to left. It's fourth down and about 12.
Might be Rodriguez.
Julian Rodriguez punted earlier in the year. They've gone back to Rodriguez, and pretty effective punt. It's picked up at the 30 by the Riverview punt return man across the 40 to about the 42. That's Jamar Johnson. That was a good return. Dawsey on the stop. I'm surprised he took a chance and grabbed the football there. That wasn't a bad punt at all.
No, it was a good punt. Very good punt.
That was just a good return by Jamar Johnson.
I actually like the Fordham punts better. I like those high. Give us time to get down there and cover.
So Julian Rodriguez back punting. Well, the problem is you've got Keon doing too much.
Right, you're right.
All right. Riverview back on offense now. They have great field position once again at the 42-yard line. And we do have a timeout on the field, so we'll take a timeout. 6:19 to go in the first quarter. We're scoreless from the Ram Bowl. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football, presented by Conley Buick GMC. Carter, Eddie Mulock, Jim Nelson. This is Dave Bristow back at the Ram Bowl, where the Hurricanes and Rams scoreless. 6:19 to go in the first quarter. Riverview has the football, driving left to right, 1st and 10 after the Manatee punt. Line of scrimmage, the Riverview 42-yard line. Arthur Brantley, the senior quarterback, takes the snap out of the gun, gives off the boys. Big hole across midfield to the 45 to the 41-yard line. That's a 17-yard gain. A quick hitter right up the middle. And that's what this Riverview team can do at any time. Boyce can break one, and he did there for 17 yards. Hurry up offense as Brantley will keep it to the right side, turns it to the 40 to the 36-yard line. 4-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Pretty good defense, actually, there, Dave. You know, good pursuit on the outside, good tackle.
Canes are going to have to shuffle in a lot of players tonight as Boyce gets the call. He breaks a tackle and appears to have a first down. He's right on the marker at the 32-yard line. You cannot arm tackle Allie Boyce.
And that's what happened there. The guy ran right by him. He ran right by the defender.
He's going to be short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down and 1. 3rd and 1 at the 32-yard line of Manatee. Brantley will give out to Boyce. He's to the 25. Big holes. He's to the 20-yard line. All of a sudden, there's gaping holes. A 12-yard pickup by Allie Boyce.
Yeah, he's making a lot of yardage off that right side of the offensive line.
And Manatee's trying to shuffle in players, but Riverview is playing a hurry-up offense, and they give the ball up the middle. Manatee did not have its player off the field, but I don't see a flag, do you?
They didn't throw one. No, they let him go.
That's
That
nice.
Very often does it.
That's a pickup of, 3 yards? It'll be 2nd down and 7. Brantley with 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. And Boyce gets the call again, and he is bottled up at the 14-yard line by Ethan Walls. It's going to be 3rd down and 6. And now they're going to take a little bit more time. They're an up-tempo offense. Brantley now barking for the snap. Now he looks over to Josh Smithers, and we're going to have a timeout on the field. And that's by Manatee, and that's a good timeout, I think, as the Canes want to maybe make a substitution or two, and they just don't have a chance to do it.
Well, I don't even think they were lined up correctly. You watch the guys on the front line, they weren't sure where to be. We had too many guys over on the what has been their effective side and the right side. Clearly, one of the defensive ends was on the wrong end, so they had to get that time out and get everybody together. And it's a perfect time to do it. Settle everything down. You got 4:25 to go here in the first quarter, no score, and you got Riverview driving inside the 15. You got to slow the thing down just a little bit. You need a sure tackle coming up right here.
I think you're right, Danny. I don't think we were lined up right on those 2 big runs.
This is an up-tempo offense, and the last team that ran plays this fast, I hate to tell you where that was.
Back home.
That was in Alabama.
Yeah, but we were going fast too.
But they like to throw the ball, though.
That was a different story. Yeah.
That was a throwing team predominantly. Riverview keeps the ball on the ground, but they love the up-tempo.
They got 2 wides on each side too, so.
All right, Brantley in the shotgun on 3rd down and 6. Brantley sends a man in motion, and he will keep it to the left side. Now he pitches it to last second. Manatee is right there to make the hit, though. Well short of the first down. Picked up a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd and 3, maybe 2. 4th, and we're going to call it 2.5.
Is that Sir Williams over there that lost his helmet? I couldn't see the number when he turned.
Looks like Riverview won't hesitate to go for it. It's going to be 3 yards as Brantley barking for the ball. He takes it, gives it off to Boyce. Boyce fighting for the first down. Does he have it? He is going to get the first down, I believe. Waiting for the official to make sure.
He got
it. First down. Barely, but he got it. So on 4th down and 3, they go for it. Just a simple handoff to Boyce, and they got the first down. So that's the first huge play of this game for Riverview, going forward on 4th down. Now it's 1st down and goal. Ball is just inside the 10-yard line. Brantley takes the snap, and he will keep it. Brantley to the 5. Brantley's in the end zone for the touchdown. So it's 6-0 Riverview with 3:50 to go in the first quarter. A very impressive drive. The big play, a 4th down and 3 conversion on a run by Boyce. And that was a 9-yard touchdown by quarterback Arthur Brantley.
Well, they're beating us in the trenches. That's all they're doing.
Right. We got to come back and score, guys. We got to move the ball.
Dorian Hall on for the extra point. This is a very impressive Riverview offense. And we knew that coming in as Hall boots it up and through. 7-0, Riverview takes the early lead. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football, presented by Conley Buick GMC.
This is what I love, clean trucks and clean cars. That's what it's all about. Hi, I'm Zach Callis. I'm the owner of American Car Care Center, the friendliest car wash in Bradenton, Florida. We take pride at what we do here at American Car Care Center. Our employees treat your car like they would treat their own. They're here to make you happy, and our motto is, if you're not happy, tell us. If you're happy, tell a friend.
Ramble where Riverview has jumped out in front 7-0. It was a 9-yard run by Arthur Brantley. An impressive drive, 58 yards. They had a short field to operate on, as now Riverview will be kicking off. Dorian Hall, Cedric Waters, and Keon Fordham back deep along with Iron Jackson. Fordham is in the middle of the field.
Let's run it all the way back.
And it's a very high kick, and Waters lets it go right through his arms and out of bounds.
That's a bad play.
Well, yeah, now the ball is going to be down inside the 10-yard line.
Looks like you're going to place it around the 6, Dave.
Jeez.
Looks like it's about the 6, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that's about as bad as it gets there.
That's a mental lapse.
It was just a regular kick. It just went right through his hands, and now Manatee, who's had terrible field position, will once again have bad field position. Drive starting for their own 6-yard line. Wow, driving right to left. They knew not to kick to Keon. Josh Booker in the game with Fordham in the backfield. Keon takes the snap. Keon running around, and he'll go down. It will not be a safety, but it'll be back at about the 3-yard line. Loss of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 13. Boy, they're just penetrating the Manatee offensive line. And the Canes are in a peck of trouble here because you don't want to fall behind to this Riverview team.
Might have to reconsider, bring Ryan in. Let's throw the football, you know it. Danny, loosen him up a little bit.
2nd and 13. Fordham operates out of the gun. Keon wants to throw. Now he'll run the ball. Keon to the 5. Keon goes down right at the 5-yard line.
That should have been a flag right there, too.
So he gets to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Boy, this Riverview defense is very fast. A little faster than I anticipated. Actually, it's going to be 3rd and 11 as they spot it just shy of the 5-yard line. So the Canes, again, in a peck of trouble here with 2:43 to go in the first quarter, trailing 7-0 and faced with a 3rd and long deep in their own territory. Fordham out of the gun. It'll be a straight run to the right. Fordham to the 10. Fordham spins ahead short of the 1st down to the 12-yard line, but it will give the punter a little bit of room to punt the football.
It was a good pickup. It's just not enough.
And he picked up about 7 yards. It'll be 4th down and 4. You just can't get behind the sticks like the Canes did. And you got to try to get decent field position. They have a kicker that doesn't kick it into the end zone, and we just couldn't handle the kickoff.
Yeah, on a kickoff, you don't want to have the ball on the 2 or 3 yard line. That was terrible.
Julian Rodriguez stands back near the goal line. And there's movement. That's offsides. It appears, unless Manatee drew him off.
Illegal procedure.
They're going to say
motion.
They're going to say Manatee drew the Riverview player off.
Wow. I expressed my disappointment. That guy that called that penalty.
That would have been a 1st down for Manatee as the Riverview tackle jumped off, but they say he was drawn offsides. So now Rodriguez deep in the end zone. The snap. But a very short punt that goes out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. Will be a little bit inside the 30. Riverview, once again, that's the 30 of Manatee, ladies and gentlemen. So Riverview is going to have a very, very short field. And things so far, based on field position, going all Riverview. It's going to be the 28-yard line. Riverview will start their offense, and you don't want to give Riverview good field position. They're good enough having bad field position.
we've shot ourselves in the foot on that kickoff. That's terrible.
So Michael Hayes checks into the game at running back now. Brantley will give it to Hayes, and he stumbles ahead to the 24-yard line. But they're picking up 4 or 5 yards a clip. That time it's 5. With 1:20 to go in the first quarter, Riverview leads 7-0, and they're threatening again on 2nd down and 5. Brantley sends a receiver in motion, and he will give off to the running back, who runs right up the middle. Nothing fancy here. He gets to the 22-yard line, short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down, and we'll call it 3.
They're eating up a lot of time too, guys. You know it.
That may be a good thing. Eating up time. They're not scoring, at least, when they're eating up time.
That's a fact.
We're under a minute to go in the first quarter. 3rd down and 3. Brantley takes the snap. He'll give off to Williams. He has a first down to the 15-yard line. Michael Hayes, that is. Michael Hayes picks up 8 yards. He's only a freshman, and this offensive line is having its way with the defensive front of the Canes, and we're already seeing some hands on hips.
Particularly on the Canes' left side.
Brantley gives off to Hayes. He breaks a tackle, and he goes down at the 12-yard line.
They're picking on our left side constantly.
That was Eric Washington on the stop. So it's 2nd down now and 7. That'll probably be the last play of the first quarter. It is. So Riverview leads after 1 quarter, 7-0. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football, presented by Conley Buick GMC.
Treat us like we're kids. Yeah, we're kids. We're also all-stars. We're quarterbacks. We're fighters. We're teammates. We're hype men. We make each other strong. We're kids for now, but we're all-stars for life.
Your business pulls you in a lot of different directions. Managing HR is just one of them. But you never know what questions may arise. What if you had a team to turn to that could take the guesswork out of HR, save you time by researching the answers for you, and help protect your business? One made up of friendly, approachable HR professionals dedicated to helping people just like you find the HR information they need, no matter what size your business is or the industry you work in.
We thank you, Dr. Rush, for all your years.
1 quarter, Riverview leads 7-0, but the Rams threatening again. They have the football deep in Manatee territory. It'll be 2nd down and 7 from the Hurricane 12-yard line. Rams will drive right to left as we open up the second quarter. Quarterback is Arthur Brantley. Brantley has Michael Hayes, the freshman, in the backfield, and this kid is a special running back. 2 receivers split to either side, but they're not going to throw the ball here. Brantley out of the gun. Sends a man in motion. Brantley will keep it, and he sidesteps a man to the 5, and he is in the end zone. Terrific run by Brantley. Manatee had a shot at him, but Brantley, a great athlete, got into the end zone for the touchdown. It's 13-0 Riverview. Canes are going to have to settle down.
That game's far from over.
You got to change the field position situation. Manatee's been playing in wrong inside for the whole night.
Game started out good. Manatee held Riverview 3 and out, and Manatee got the ball deep in their own territory, but actually drove it out across the 40 before they punted it away. The extra point is good, and it's 14-0. Riverview up, and they've been doing this to every team they have played except for Venice. They lost 17-0, and they squeaked out a win in a low-scoring game over Palmetto. I think it was like 11-10.
11-10.
Odd score.
2 days it took that one to get done. That's the same thing we had.
Yeah.
It started and then finished the next day.
So we wondered about Manatee. I mean, had we improved that much, or was it the caliber of competition? We were hoping it was a little bit of both, and the caliber of competition hasn't been good, but I think this team has improved, but we're going to have to pick it up here to stick with this Riverview team. This is a very talented team. They've got a good defense. I think that's one thing that's been overlooked. They held Venice to 17 points.
Yeah. They're quick. Kind of remind me a little bit of Dr. Phillips style defenses over the years, just fast.
All right, Manatee will have Fordham in the middle of the field. Let's hope Keon can get his hands on the football here. Dorian Hall will kick off right to left. 14-0 Riverview. Hall will kick it down to the 20-yard line, to the 25, to the 30, to the 35. That's Waters. To the 44-yard line goes Cedric Waters. Nice return by Cedric. 24-yard return. That sets the Canes up well.
We got a player down.
It's Josh Betts.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
That's not good at all. While they're attending to Josh, we'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football, presented by Conley Buick GMC.
This isn't just any beach. This is where I grew up. The most beautiful beaches in the world. Incredible water and unbelievable sunsets, which you can experience every time you dine at one of our waterfront restaurants. Such as the Sandbar, where you can dine with your toes in the sand. Enjoy seafood from local waters and produce from our farms to your table. I'm Ed Childs, and I invite you to join me at the Sandbar.
Able to walk off the field under his own power.
Is leaving the field and just limping a little bit, so that's good news. All right, Hurricanes will drive start officially from the 44-yard line, their own 44, driving left to right. Fordham has Harrison Booker in the backfield, and it is Josh Booker. Booker trying to bounce it to the outside. Penalty flag as Booker gets it across the 45 to the 47. Just when it looked like Manatee was getting some field position, you did not need a penalty there.
I think what you're going to end up with, though, I don't even know the offset. You're going to get a 10-yard penalty on the hold, and then you're going to have 15. A 15 coming back because it's going to be a dead ball situation. So you're basically going to get a 5-yard gain out of this.
They're talking it over. We're going to check in with Jim Nelson down on the sidelines. Jim, 14-0. The defense seems to be on its heels a little bit.
Yeah, and it's not, and yeah, they're physical, but it's not the physicality. It's just a couple missed assignments. So coaches, they're looking at film over here on the side, going over their assignments again in real time and teaching them up and coaching them up so we're ready when we come back out on defense next time.
Certainly can't afford to lose Josh Betts.
No, it's the same ankle that he hurt last week, and he didn't practice the first couple days of the week. He's in a little pain. It's a question of whether he hurt it more or it just hurts when you have a sprained ankle and you get it tweaked. So docs look at him. Everything seems to be okay. We'll see if he can tape up and come back out. I'll check in with you later.
All right, thanks, Jim. As after the penalties, it's going to be about the 48-yard line, it appears. It'll be the 48-yard line.
Should be on the 49. You start at the 44. You're going to go 5 yards up.
They don't call spot fouls in high school, do they? Or do they?
I went from the line.
Because they were a yard behind. It is first down, and Fordham will run the football. Fordham to the 50. Fordham close to the first down. He's run out of bounds.
There it is.
There's a penalty, and they hit Fordham late, it looked like, Danny.
Yeah, he was clearly out by 2 yards, and the guy just drove him all the way over there on top of the tarp that they have, so that's another 15-yarder.
Yep, so that's going to put the football deep into Riverview territory now, down to the 33-yard line. The Canes in business, trailing 14-0, desperately needing to get on the scoreboard here.
We need to get Booker into this game. He hasn't been able to break loose.
Canes have it first down and 10 from the Ram 33-yard line. Fordham with Booker in the backfield. Keon out of the gun. He's rolling to the near side. He fires it down. It's complete to Pollock. Pollock spins away at the 20, and he has it down close to the 15-yard line. Terrific move by Javarius Pollock. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Canes. That's a 20-yard pickup.
That was a great move down to keep his knees off the ground. Better yet, that's a rollout left. And Keon Fordham, I said in pregame, he looked really good throwing the football. That was a perfect throwing catch right there on the money.
Against his body throwing the ball. Not an easy thing to do. Ball is spotted at the 14 of Riverview. Booker in the backfield right alongside Keon. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Now receiver goes in motion. And Keon wants to set up a little screen. It's incomplete. Wanted Iron Jackson.
Looking for number 10, Iron Jackson.
But I think Riverview read that pretty well also.
I did too.
They were there.
Jackson was there. I think he turned the wrong way. He tried to flip back to the inside. He should have just stayed where he was actually turned back looking the right way to start with. When he flipped around, even though the throw was low, they had defenders right there to stop it. It was going to be a loss of the play.
2nd down and 10 for the Canes. Fordham, kind of a bunched formation. Fordham operating out of the gun. He'll give off to Booker. Booker running up the middle, breaking tackles across the 10, close to the 5-yard line. Terrific run by Josh Booker will set up a 3rd down and short. A 9-yard pickup.
Good strong run on the interior there with Josh.
So it'll be 3rd down and 1. Line of scrimmage, the 5. You know the Canes are at 4-down territory here. As Fordham will move up under center, it appears. Keon under center on 3rd down and 1. Fordham will run to the right. Fordham to the 5. Fordham turns in for the end zone for a touchdown. Keon Fordham from 5 yards. And the Canes have cut this lead of Riverview to 14-6.
That was a nice series of offense.
And the Canes kick is up and it is good. 9:59 to go here in the 2nd quarter. It is Riverview 14, Manatee 7.
It's a nice drive by the Hurricanes. Keon Fordham averages almost 14 yards a touch, and that is his 8th rushing touchdown of the year. All of our game statistics brought to you by CSNL CPAs, numbers you can count on.
Yeah, Dave, that was a 5-play, 56-yard drive, aided by 2 personal fouls on Riverview. Picked up quite a big chunks of yardage right there. Finished with a 5-yard touchdown run by Fordham. Point after good. Canes trail 14-7 to the Rams.
All of our scoring recaps brought to you by Buccaneer Pond. Whether you're buying or selling, you need to visit Buccaneer Pond. Canes will now be kicking off, and of course, all of Manatee's kickoffs brought to you by Basil's Chicken and Ribs. Basil's has been serving delicious, healthy food for more than 30 years. Visit Basil's right on Avenue 5917 Manatee Avenue West, or their other locations throughout the area. LaFro puts his left foot into it. It's a high kick that goes back into the end zone.
What
Terrific kick.
That was a great kickoff. Wow.
Excellent kick. And I think there's a little bit of a breeze with him right there, but he really nailed that one. That was one of the better kicks he's had.
Finally, we flipped the field,
yes,
guys. Well, Jim Nelson, this has to give the Manatee team down on the sideline a lot of momentum now.
I told you guys, you just got to be positive.
Oh, we are.
We got to say nice things.
We're
be all excited. Yeah, we're moving the ball. We appreciate Riverview's help.
Yeah.
We'll take that. We'll definitely take that.
Well, hopefully the defense is regrouped and we'll come up with a big stand here. Riverview will be driving right to left. Brantley at quarterback takes the football. He will keep it to the 25. Brantley to the 26-yard line. We're going to have to get some turnovers in this game,
you took the words out of my mouth. I said, we got to get a turnover down here, guys. That's what we need to slow this offense down.
2nd down and 4. A 6-yard gain by the senior quarterback, who's right back taking the snap on 2nd down. Gives off to his running back. That's Boyce, and he's bottled up pretty quick at the 28, maybe 29-yard line by Ethan Walls. It'll be 3rd down and short. 3rd and 1. They need to get to the 30. The ball is on the 29-yard line. Boy, a nice loss here would be nice. Brantley out of the gun, takes the snap, gives off to Boyce, and he gets just across the 30 for the first down. He needed a yard, he got 2. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Touchdown, first down.
Brantley came over from Booker in the offseason. He's a nice-looking quarterback. They run the spread option to perfection. Manatee now jumps on the left side. Boy, waiting for the flag, and finally they threw it.
Once or twice a game, we'll do it.
Yeah, that's 5 yards the easy way. This offense is too good
to give them anything.
Give them yards.
Right.
So now the ball, after starting at their own 20, they're out just across the 35 at the 36-yard line. Brantley sends 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Brantley will run the ball right up the middle to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, spinning ahead to the 35-yard line. Wow. Well, you saw that play coming, right?
Yep. That's what we got to turn around and do to them with Fordham.
That's a 30-yard pickup, and the up-tempo offense ready to roll here for Riverview. Brantley sends a man in motion, and Brantley will give off on a jet sweep across the 30 to about the 27-yard line. That was about a 6-yard pickup. 2nd down and 4. Man, Brantley really runs this offense well. Takes the snap, and he gives off to Boyce. Boyce to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. It's going to be a touchdown. That was parting of the Red Sea. We didn't have anybody there.
Yeah, man, you could have driven a truck through that hole.
We did not have anyone there.
We just look absolutely confused defensively. And where to be, can't find the ball, we're just lost.
There seems to have been confusion in lining up there. Somebody was out of position there. There was no linebacker or anybody there.
It almost looks like we have 9 players on defense.
It does. Sometimes 8.
Or they have 13 on offense.
They only got 11. We're just lining up 8. That's
Dorian Hall for the extra point, and just when Manatee was getting a little momentum, Riverview takes the ball and drives it 80 yards for the touchdown, and the Rams now lead 21-7. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football, presented by Conley Buick GMC.
Every great team has a coach that leads them to victory. Offense, defense, special teams. The coaching staff knows that it takes a full team effort in order to be successful. At Williams Wealth Management Group, we help our clients implement their strategic plan. We take a 360-degree approach to help our clients meet their personal goals. My wife Helena and I are proud Manatee High School graduates, and we love our community that we're raising our family in. At Williams Wealth Management Group, our services are more than money.
Made it look easy, 80-yard drive with Boyce getting the touchdown. 21-7, Rams lead the Hurricanes with 8:09 to go in the first half. Hall will be kicking off for Riverview. Fordham and Waters back deep, and it's a little squib kick that's taken by one of Manatee's up man at the 25 to the 30 and to the 40. I believe that's the big running back Booker. Booker with a nice return. So obviously they're not going to kick it to Keon Fordham.
No chance.
And we saw this on film where Manatee would have a chance to get good field position. And now the Canes will operate from the 40-yard line, their own 40, driving left to right. And they're going to have to try to score almost every possession to keep up with this potent Riverview offense. Fordham sends 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Ball on the near side hash mark. Booker is in the backfield. Keon wants to throw. He flares it out. It's complete to the 40, to the 45, to the 46-yard line. Guy goes Iron Jackson. Jackson can play receiver, running back, very versatile young man. He's only a freshman, ladies and gentlemen. His dad played at Manatee. 2nd down and 4. So Keon has looked good throwing the ball tonight, and that's just going to open up the defense a little bit.
5 of 7 so far.
Fordham with 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Now he sends a man in motion, gives off to Booker. Booker has the first down, and Moore now a late flag on the play. Booker has the first down, but kind of a late flag.
Referees discussing, and that's going to be a hold against the Hurricanes, so that'll back up the Canes.
From that spot, you had the first down. He was at the first down. Actually, passive it from where the spot is right on the first down marker, so we'll go back to be a 2nd and 10 here.
See if maybe Jim picked up that hold. Did you see it, Jim?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. It was a bunch of guys bunched up down there.
Yeah, I don't know how he saw it, because I got the same view he has.
Well,
I'm a little taller.
Riverview. Yeah, that's all they do down here is throw flags.
Yeah.
Second down and 10 now for the Canes. Fordham rolling. Now he will fire it out, and it's picked off. It's picked off. Fordham with an ill-advised throw, and it's picked off at the 48-yard line. Well, that's things Keon's just going to have to learn. I mean, he's a young quarterback, and he just kind of wanted to avoid the pressure, and he just fired it out there, and that was a great interception.
Yeah, and he had a guy open, too. Coleman was open underneath, and he was just trying to get rid of the football and overshot his guy.
You're right, Dave. He just slung it down there. He looked like he just threw and hoped somebody would grab it.
Yeah, see, that's not good because now the Rams come back with a 21-7 lead, and again, you really can ill afford to turn it over against this team because they just keep the gas pedal down full throttle. Brantley, the quarterback, will give off to the freshman running back, breaking to the 40, to the 30, to the 30, to the 20. There's a flag, though. A flag on the play as the running back is brought down at the 25-yard line. Michael Hayes, the freshman, back in there.
Holding. That's a break.
Yeah, but
it'll
still
15,
be a good yard.
15-yard pickup before he got it, so we'll be in a 1st and 5 situation.
Better than what we had,
yes.
But, man, there's just these gaping holes.
Very porous up front, guys.
Be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, so it will be a first down.
How is impressive is the Venice defense to shut out this team?
I'll tell you what.
And that's who we have to play later on in the season. Little give off to the running back, and he easily has the first down across the 35 to the 32-yard line. Michael Hayes is a terrific running back, and what a 1-2 punch. Allie Boyce and Michael Hayes. Riverview up 21-7 already. And we've got a water break with 6:42 to go in the first half. Again, Riverview leads 21-7. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
LaPensie Plumbing, Pools, and Air has proudly been serving Manatee and Sarasota counties since 1985. Our customer-first approach to the industry allows us to cover a wider range of services to fit your exact needs. From plugged-up sinks and broken gas pipes to leaky pools, we are your trusted full-service provider. LaPensie Plumbing, Pools, and Air, a reputation built on trust.
Riverview leads Manatee 21-7, 6:42 to go in the first half, and Riverview has the football 1st and 10 at the Manatee 32-yard line, driving right to left. And White gets the call, or Hayes gets the call, and this time Manatee's defense stands up the freshman. Joseph Liu, who was our defensive player of the game, stops Hayes for only a 2-yard gain. That's what we got to see much more of. Brantley, again, hurry-up offense for Riverview. He moves Hayes, the freshman, over a little bit. Brantley will keep it, and he spins ahead across the 25 to the 24-yard line. Short of the first down, though.
Needed 8, he got 7.
And we're going to have an injured Ram on the field. Credit number 23, Art Washington.
Rams have thrown the ball
for the Canes
one
as
time
the
tonight. They've carried it 26 times for 201 yards. Just gashing right through Manatee's defensive line.
Yeah, it's third down here and a long one, but you got to like Riverview's chances. They're in 4-down territory also. Well, it's just an offense that's very prolific on the high school level. Again, the two defenses that have not shut down altogether. Palmetto didn't shut them down altogether, but they slowed them down, and they scored only 11 points. Venice shut them down altogether. And you got to wonder about this Venice team.
Well, you just don't have it. In that front seven, you just don't have the size to match up with them right now. And I don't. They're big. They're not Dr. Phillips
we're missing quickness tonight, too, though.
Palmetto held them to 11 points, of course, too.
The kiss of death happened today. That would be the fact that there was no school. And Manatee has notoriously never played extremely well.
I don't think it would have mattered if we had school.
I don't either, but I'm just saying. It's a half step shorter than what we've been all year long. And
we're really not getting any play out of linebackers, though, really. Once they break the line, they're gone.
Well, when your offensive lineman, you get one or two to go down and pick off that linebacker, there's nothing left.
Got to try to get a hold here on 3rd down and 1. Line of scrimmage, the 24 of Manatee. Riverview driving right to left. Maybe they won't get back on the field because the clock is rolling. They're going to have to hurry up to get the play off.
All right, 3rd down and 2 for the Rams.
3rd down, a long 1, short 2. Brantley will take the snap, and he will roll to the right. He breaks a tackle, and he goes down, though. There is a loss on the play back at the 26-yard line. Good defense by the Canes. Jordan Bing, Cedric Waters, Frank Waiters. It's going to be 4th down, and we're going to call it a very long 3, a short 4. They're going to go for it. Manatee needs to hold big time here. Brantley out of the gun, and Riverview will call a timeout. I think that's probably a good thing. The Canes, this could be the game here, ladies and gentlemen. I know there's plenty of time. We'll have 5:03 to go in the first half, but don't you get the feeling that you need to make the stop here?
Well, you can kind of shift a little bit of momentum if you can, and then if you can turn around and do anything, not even technically have to go down and score. 5:03, you could methodically take it down the field, eat up a lot of clock, and you'll get the ball back in the second half and maybe only be down 7. That would be great. But just the fact of stopping them here, moving it the other way a little bit, and even without points, it's positive stuff. You take the positive thoughts out of what goes on in that, and you come out in the second half a little more rejuvenated.
4th down and 4. Well, they have so many weapons.
Well, the ultimate play for them to run right now is to bring the guy in motion and just let your quarterback make the decision of what to do. And I think they're going to go empty backfield, and he's going to come in motion. This is going to be his read.
Yeah, well, Brantley's going to probably keep it here.
Brantley is going to run it for sure.
Brantley on a 4th down and 4. He looks over to the sideline, sends a man in motion. Brantley will give off on a jet sweep to the 20-yard line, and he is stopped at about the 16. That's going to be enough for the first down. Manatee hit him right at the first down marker, but he was able to stay on his feet and get the first down. The jet sweep gets the first down.
Jet sweep got him because the guy on the end bit the quarterback.
And again, a handoff. This time, no gain on the play on another jet sweep. Too bad that wasn't the jet sweep from the last play. Mays on the carry.
Brought down by number 53, Jordan Bing.
Jordan Bing has been very active tonight for the Canes. Credited with the tackle, and it's a loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Again, they send a man in motion, and they go inside to the 10, down to about the 6-yard line as Michael Hayes. Just like that, they hit that quick hitter up the middle. When it looks like they're going to go outside, they go inside, and boy, it's tough to follow that football, and it's 3rd down now and 1.
Looks like they're going to be just shy.
3rd and 1. Brantley with Hayes right beside him in the backfield. Now they're going to say it's a first down, so it's 1st and goal.
It's 1st and goal
First and goal, Brantley sends a man in motion. He will give off to Hayes for the touchdown. 27-7, Riverview, with 3:54 to go in the first half. Well, Manatee had a chance on 4th down and 4. That was, we'll look back at that being the biggest play of the game. And it's still, still you've got a shot to get the ball back and get a score, and you really do have to get a score before the first half. Then you get the ball back in the second half. But the problem is you've got to slow this Riverview offense down, and we haven't shown that we can do that yet, as the extra point is up and good.
You have to slow them down, or you have to answer every touchdown, and we're not close to doing that.
We have a turnover. They don't have a turnover. And that's running this kind of offense. Usually you'll have a turnover or two, but so far, nothing doing. The Rams have built a 28-7 lead, as we are 3:54 away from halftime. Well, Canes will get the ball back. Just got to keep the positive vibes going, and hopefully Manatee can somehow stay. 21 is not insurmountable, especially when you're getting the football now and you get it at the beginning of the second half. But if you happen to turn it over quickly here, then things will be out of control in a hurry. All right, Fordham is back deep. Dorian Hall kicking off right to left. Let's see where he'll go with it this time. Waters on the near side, Jackson on the far side, and he will go right to Waters. Cedric picks it up at the 20 to the 25, trying to get to the outside, and he will go down back at the 20-yard line. Kind of went the wrong way. He fumbled the football. Again, we couldn't keep it up. We couldn't pick it up clean. And that hurts.
Handled every one of them over there. Sadly enough, that's generally where Sir Williams is at. Yeah, he's not out on kickoff coverages tonight. And to be honest with you, special teams blocking on that was absolutely horrendous.
All right, Canes will drive start from their own 20-yard line, driving left to right. 3:45 to go in the first half. 28-7 Riverview. Fordham operates out of the gun. Booker, the lone setback. Fordham wants to throw deep, and he heaves it down the near side. He wanted Jackson, but great defense on the near side. Well, try to spread the field out a little bit. Chuck Brantley back on the coverage, a freshman defensive back.
Good coverage, but I thought Jackson kind of quit on it instead of just keep going full tilt, and it's almost like he just gave up. Ball was thrown too far inside the numbers for him to really have a chance to make the play. But
he got in front of him and slowed him down too, running.
Keon started out hot, but has kind of gone cold in the last couple of series. Fordham out of the gun, sends Pollock in motion. Fordham will keep it to the left. Keon can't go anywhere. He's still on his feet, though, and he will finally get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe pick up a half yard. We're going to see where he put his knee down.
He does not like to lose yardage.
There we go, another flag.
It'll be 3rd down and 9, pending on this flag. Fordham did a great job eluding the pressure and getting a 1-yard gain out of what appeared to be a huge loss. We haven't seen Keon break one yet.
No, he got out of trouble one time. It would have been that loss of 10 as you were just mentioning, but he's been bottled up the whole time.
Personal foul against the Canes.
Personal foul penalty against the Canes.
Half the distance to the goal.
That's going to back things up.
And it's a dead
Yard line. That was a dead ball penalty.
That'll be 3rd down. 3rd down. 3rd down and 20. And just what we talked about, we can't give the ball back to them, is within an eyelash of happening. 3rd down and 20. Need a big play out of this Manatee offense. Fordham out of the gun. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Keon rolling, looking, fires it downfield. It is incomplete.
Looking for number 4,
Fordham was under a lot of pressure.
And that'll bring up 4th down.
And Manatee's going to have to punt it. And this isn't good.
Coverage for the Rams.
No, it's not. The offensive line is giving him absolutely zero opportunities.
Rodriguez will punt it away for the Canes.
Julian Rodriguez will stand out of the end zone for the second time tonight, or he'll be maybe at the goal line. We'll wait and see what.
Number 1, Keon Fordham is back in punt.
He's out there.
Good. He's our best. He's our best punter.
Why doesn't Keon just keep it and go 90 yards for a touchdown?
Well, if that was the right time. But
if he could go 90 yards, it would be. All right, Canes line up in punt formation. Fordham will punt it to the near side. Pretty good punt that Johnson takes at midfield, reverses field to the 45 and goes out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. Good return by Jamar Johnson. And once again, Riverview, this has been the story all night. Great field position. But that was a good punt by Keon.
Yeah, he drove it all the way back to the 50, got it back to midfield. He turned around, got a nice little 10-yard return, start out on their 40-yard of Manatee.
We got to change it up in offense, guys, I'm telling you.
Check that. Make that a 37, 38.
I think we could put Fordham in the receiver's position and let O'Neal come out here and throw the football.
He ain't got time to throw it.
Brantley out of the gun. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They'll drive start from the Manatee 37. Brantley will run to the right. Now he just flips it down complete to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, all the way down to the 5-yard line. It'll be first and goal, Riverview. Allie Boyce caught it out of the backfield, and Riverview is just making it look so easy now. They're doing to Manatee what they did to the Palm Harbors of the world, the Alonzos of the world.
You're right.
First and goal for the Rams from the 7.
Brantley, line of scrimmage is the 7-yard line. Boyce this time is bottled up. Good tackle by the Canes.
Well, if the Canes ain't clear about all of it, we're not at the same level as Riverview. Not at the same level as the bigger teams that are out here to do stuff. We have got to get bigger in the next coming years. We're going to continue to face this.
Brantley will keep it right up the middle, and he is in the end zone for a touchdown. Brantley goes in from 5 yards.
To be honest, I hope we get a running clock.
I don't think you have to worry about it.
34-7.
We won't yet.
Why, you got somewhere to go?
No, this is miserable to watch.
Go down there and find the light switch.
Dorian Hall will attempt the extra
Shut the
point.
power down.
Van Ness will hold.
Have a power failure. Dorian Hall for the extra point.
Kick is up,
And it's good.
and it is good.
35-7. 2:02 to go in the second quarter. 35 points in the first half. After Manatee holds Riverview on the opening offensive series for the Rams.
It was a great defensive stand the first drive.
Had a lot of momentum at that point, but that quickly went away.
Oh, did it?
Well, Canes will get the football back with just over 2 minutes to go in the first half. Most people believe Manatee needed to win this game tonight to make the playoffs, because I'm not sure a runner-up from our district will go. And, of course, if you knock off Venice, that's going to give you a lot of points, but I'm here to tell you that that's a long shot, because Venice is a lot like this team.
Yes.
And it's going to be a short kick that's taken by Waters at the 20 to the 25 to the 30 to about the 35-yard line. Keon could have taken that.
Yeah, he didn't want nothing to do with it. He let it go. He's going to go over here and run the plays from this point. I mean, he's gotten hit a lot. And it's not soft hits. I mean, they are gang tackling when they're there. They just get to the point of attack a lot faster than we can get there.
He's still going to break one here. And it could be right here. 1:56 to go. Manatee with good field position. from their own 35, trailing 35-7. Keon out of the gun with 2 receivers to either side. Fordham will just flip it out to the receiver across the 40, the 45, to the 50. And that was a nice run by Coleman after he caught it.
Gets it to about the 49-yard line of Riverview.
PA guy here said Betts. It was Coleman. Yeah, so he picked.
That's a 16-yard pickup by Coleman.
Thought he got grabbed by the face mask going. His head whipped around pretty quick, too. So, but didn't call it.
First and 10 for the Canes.
First and 10 for Manatee, just over the 50 at the 49-yard line. And play is stopped. What number is Coleman wearing now?
11.
It just doesn't look like 11. It's so bunched up, you know? The ones
guys
are bunched up, but I could see where the PA guy thought they were bunched up, thought it looked like an 8.
When they start pulling that jersey up from the bottom, too, you can't really tell.
So we've got a timeout on the field with 1:33 to go. We'll keep it here. And we want to thank all of our sponsors that bring you Manatee Hurricane football. American Car Care, Bradenton's premier car wash and detail center. Stop by this weekend. Zach will take care of all your needs. Of course, Manatee Memorial Hospital's emergency services. Manatee Memorial has you covered 24/7. And, of course, all of our game statistics all year long, brought to you by CS&L CPAs, numbers you can count on. And, of course, the Beach House, Mar Vista, and Sandbar. This weekend's going to be a very nice weekend. Still beach weather. Head out to,
I don't think it's ever going away.
yeah, one of the great waterfront restaurants. You got your choice. Beach House, Mar Vista, Sandbar. Take your pick. It's going to be a beautiful weekend.
So first and 10.
All right, Canes have it at the Riverview 49-yard line. Keon Fordham out of the gun. And we've got movement on the right side.
Nothing worse than to come out of a timeout and you jump.
That'll be a false start against Manatee. 5-yard penalty. It'll still be first down.
It's like coming out of a timeout not having enough guys in the field.
So it'll be first down at 15. 1:32 to go. Canes desperately trying to get a touchdown before the half ends. Fordham out of the gun. Keon takes the snap. Keon rolling to his left, and he'll go down. Fumble. Ball is loose. Riverview has it. Riverview has the football back at the 30-yard line.
Fordham's hurt.
Number 10, Cleve Brantley. And will pick the ball up for the Rams. And the Rams will head back out on offense.
So Riverview will have a chance to score again. What's the, well, one more score and we have the running clock.
Yes, we do.
Before the first half ends. That'd be something new.
2 running clocks, 2 back-to-back seasons.
Was Venice game last year, was that the first half also? When they had the running clock?
It was pretty ugly.
Was
I don't
first half,
remember
wasn't
if it took place in the first half or not, but it was ugly early.
Rams will have it
It's very
first
similar
and
to this.
10 at the Manatee 31.
Brantley out of the gun. Inside handoff. Canes swarming on the ball carrier.
Hand it off to Puda Hayes.
That's Hayes, the freshman.
And Hayes is going to pick up.
That's good defense by the
2
Canes.
yards on the play.
Only a
It'll be
2-yard
second and
pickup,
8.
2nd and 8. Riverview leads 35-7. Brantley out of the gun. Let's see how much pride this Manatee team has. Under a minute to go in the first half. Man in motion left to right as Brantley will give off on a jet sweep. Receiver turns the corner for a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
He's going to get to about the 26, maybe 27-yard
Line of scrimmage, the 27 of the Canes. We're down to 32 seconds to go. Riverview calls a timeout here with 29 seconds. Manatee fans on the far side kind of stunned. We're stunned up here.
As am I.
I figured that this would be a little closer. You know, you just didn't know about Manatee. Again, you'd hoped that they'd improved enough to play with teams like Riverview, but not tonight.
Well, I mentioned, you and I coming down, I said, I hope this is just a good game and we can stay in it. I felt that it was either going to be a really good football game, not knowing which side of the sticks Manatee had come out on, or it was going to be an absolute crap show, and that's exactly what it's been. And it's unfortunate that Manatee just didn't. I mean, outside of the first 3 plays of the game, defense has retreated to that locker room. They're gone. I mean, they haven't been out there ever since.
Let's see if they show up here on 3rd down and 6. Brantley with Boyce in the backfield. Brantley takes a step. He fumbles it, picks it up, running to his right, flips it down. It is caught for the first down. So he fumbles the ball, he picks it up, he rolls to his right, he completes the pass. Simple.
Nobody there, you know.
They're going to get it down about
21 seconds to go, first down and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 14-yard line. Well, we'll call it the 13-yard line.
Start the clock. I know he didn't get out of bounds.
As Boyce gets the call up the middle to the 10 to the 5, touchdown. Riverview leads 42-7. Wake me up when this is over.
Yeah, this is shades of Alabama.
Dream.
I thought I made the wrong turn and I was in Alabama.
Alabama?
No, at least we were scoring.
Yeah, that was an exciting game. This is just all one-sided. We scored over 50 points up there.
Dorian Hall will come out to attempt.
So they have to kick the extra point before it's a running clock. And the snap good, hold good, kick is good. 42-7.
With 16 seconds to go in the second quarter.
We'll keep it here.
Riverview 42,
and
Manatee 7.
Somebody just texted me and said that the Venice game last year, it was a running clock after 1 quarter.
It was?
Said it was 35-0 at the end of 1.
See, I wiped those things out.
I tried to.
Yeah. I have no recollection whatsoever other than we lost that game.
I will have forgotten about this one before we reach 41.
What game? Did we play Riverview tonight?
I wish I could do that, but I wake up in the morning, read the paper, and cry.
I'll wake up in the morning in beautiful Gainesville, Florida, and my focus will be on the Aggies. And, hey, everything looked good for Manatee coming out here and playing well. They had a good week of preparation. I know the coaches worked hard. We watched practice. But they're just not quite ready for prime time.
Nope.
They'll get there. This Manatee team will get there. They got the right head coach in place. And it's a little onside kick, not really an onside kick, just a squibber that is taken at the 46-yard line. That's a nice play.
Yeah, it was Andrew Proctor who actually caught it as a bullet right at him.
Proctor, the tight end for the Canes. Only a sophomore. We're so young. I mean, it's unbelievable, the youth of this team. Ryan O'Neal checks in now at quarterback. Just 14 seconds to go. And O'Neal sends 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Booker, the lone setback. Now player goes in motion. Ryan is being chased, and he'll be thrown down.
That should be a flag right there.
33-yard line. That was a wrestling move.
He threw him right on his head. That should be a flag.
Well, this is the same issues we had against Armwood and Palmetto. We can't block a good defense, and that's it. 42-7 at halftime. And Jim Nelson, I don't know if coach is going to want to talk, but
you sure you want to?
Yeah, let's just let's skip it.
Let's let him focus on how to
let's skip it.
Turn things around. Look, there's some things you guys aren't seeing on the sideline over here that I'm just it drives you nuts. I know these guys are out here. They don't make a lot of money to wear those stripes, but it's frustrating. Down here on the first down, the guy was out of bounds when he caught the ball. We had a face mask when we were moving the ball. You guys couldn't see it from over there, but this whole sideline in the stands could see it. They pulled Wes's head back around backwards, and he's a strong, tough kid. He kept running and got the first down. But just tough on top of tough. But that's not why we're losing. Not blaming it on the refs by any means.
Not at all. I mean, there are some some things. I saw the head whip around, and I was kind of curious as whether or not they got the face mask across that side. Certainly penalties aren't going to make the difference in this one. I mean, you just watch that last play, whatever. He picks him up, he slammed him to the ground. If that's Manatee doing it, we're all happy with it. But because it's our guy, we're upset. I was a little more miffed over the fact that they had their 12th guy run off the field. Everybody's broke huddle already. Defensively, they're running a guy off. That's illegal. I mean, you can't have 12 guys in the huddle, and that's what they had when they started. So just little things that happen. But you know what? It's neither here nor there. It's not going to make any difference. We can't tackle. We can't stop anybody.
Hey, Jim, is Keon banged up?
Yeah, I don't know how bad. I'll find out and let you know as we come out of half. His elbow was bothering him. The trainer was looking at it. I don't think it's real bad, but we'll see.
He got beat up, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, it's a tough night. But you know what? It's a great group of kids.
Manatee County Sheriff's Office is proud to present the new iPhone and Android app. We remain dedicated to providing the highest standard of service to our residents and visitors. So with this app, you'll find valuable information right on your mobile device. The app, in partnership with thesherifapp.com, gives you our latest news and events, most wanted listings, sex offender locations, submit a tip, job opportunities, and more. Manatee County Sheriff's Office is available for free in the App Store and Google Play Store. Download our app today.
The islands of Anna Maria and Longboat Key are incredibly unique, just like the menus at our 3 world-class waterfront restaurants, such as the Mar Vista Dockside Restaurant, a surprisingly innovative menu featuring fresh seafood. Enjoy a timeless, laid-back atmosphere in a location like nowhere else. Come and experience an old Florida treasure. I'm Ed Childs, and I invite you to come and be our guest.
Before the warning flags are launched, before the winds of change arrive, you must plan and prepare for what lies ahead. Your business and personal finances call for a trusted team to help you achieve your goals with numbers you can count on. Serving this region since 1954, CS&L CPAs provides accounting, tax, audit, and consulting services. Our mission is to understand your unique needs and create exceptional solutions. CS&L CPAs is a proud supporter of Manatee High School. Visit us online to find out more.
This may look like an ordinary tomato to you. It's our Gamble Creek Farm tomato. It's the symbol of our commitment to provide you the freshest and locally sourced ingredients from our farm to your table. Like at the Beach House Restaurant, new from the ground up, with a great contemporary look and an incredibly relaxed atmosphere. It's as beautiful as an island sunset. This is the new Beach House. I'm Ed Childs, and your table is waiting.
This is what I love, clean trucks and clean cars. That's what it's all about. Hi, I'm Zach Callis. I'm the owner of American Car Care Center, the friendliest car wash in Bradenton, Florida. We take pride at what we do here at American Car Care Center. Our employees treat your car like they would treat their own. They're here to make you happy, and our motto is, if you're not happy, tell us. If you're happy, tell a friend.
People treat us like we're kids.
Yeah, we're kids.
We're also all-stars.
We're quarterbacks.
We're fighters. We're teammates. We're hype men. We make each other strong.
We're kids for now.
But we're all-stars for life.
Your business pulls you in a lot of different directions. Managing HR is just one of them. But you never know what questions may arise. What if you had a team to turn to that could take the guesswork out of HR, save you time by researching the answers for you, and help protect your business? One made up of friendly, approachable HR professionals dedicated to helping people just like you find the HR information they need, no matter what size your business is or the industry you work in.
Aphrodite is the goddess of love, beauty, and desire. And lastly, we have National Art Honor Society floats. National Art Honor Society brings to you Athena. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to present to you our homecoming court, selected by this year's student body. Presenting the freshman class, Ava Stroff and Joey St. Ange. She's a JV cheerleader, as well as the secretary of freshman board. Ava was nominated by the Yoga Club. Escorting her tonight is Joey St. Ange, son of Maureen and Joe St. Ange. He plays kicker and wide receiver on the freshman football team and is also an athlete on the soccer team. Joey was nominated by our freshman board. Representing our sophomore class, we have Mariah Walker and Matt Garcia. Mariah is the daughter of Amy and Dave Walker. She's on the varsity volleyball team and was nominated by student council. Mariah could not be here tonight due to a Riverview volleyball game in Ocala, so in her place is Lauren. Representing our junior class tonight, we have Lauren Doherty and Max Fisher. Lauren is the daughter of Catherine and Dean Doherty. She is on the varsity track team, president of Surf Club, and a member of the National Honor Society. Lauren was nominated by the Surf Club. Escorting her tonight is Max Fisher. Max is the son of Elizabeth and Scott Fisher. He was nominated by the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. The next four senior couples are Martin. She's a Highland dancer and secretary of senior board. She was nominated by student council. Emily plans and hopes to attend the University of Virginia to pursue her interests in neuroscience. Emily is escorted by Casey Sheehan, daughter of Deborah Sheehan. He's on the varsity football team and is treasurer of student council. He was nominated by the cheer team. Casey plans to major in finance and law. Our next senior couple is Danielle Sutter and Mike Van Ness. Danielle is the daughter of Marcia and Doug Sutter. She is a Highland dancer and a member of Riverview Fights Cancer. She is also a well-known member of Practicing Good Decisions at Philippi Shores Elementary. She was nominated by Riverview Fights Cancer. She plans to attend the University of Georgia, where she will be studying biology. Escorting her tonight is Mike Van Ness, son of Verena and Scott Van Ness. Mike is on the varsity football team, secretary of student council, and a member of the chess club. Mike was nominated by student council. Next year, Mike plans to pursue his interest in studying law. Our next senior couple, Kate Lamb. Kate Lamb is the daughter of Yen Lee and Stephen Lamb. She is on the varsity swim team, ambassador of Riverview Fights Cancer, and a member of Spanish National Honor Society. Kate was nominated by senior board. She plans to attend Florida Southern College, where she will major in astrophysics and minor in archaeology. Escorting Kate tonight is Dominic Cerasillo, son of Kelly and Carmen Cerasillo. He is in drumline for the Kilty Band and a member of National Honor Society. Dominic is also a member of Spanish National Honor Society. He was nominated by Spanish National Honor Society. Dominic plans to attend the University of Florida and major in veterinary medicine. And our last senior couple of the night is Gigi Solomon and Brendan Motti. Giovanna is the daughter of Christina Solomon and Bobby Bonilla. Gigi is on the track and field team, president of Dance Marathon Club, and a member of the Coexistence Club, Honor Society. Gigi plans to attend New York University, where she will study international business. Escorting her tonight is Brendan Motti, son of Bobby and Rupan Motti. He is a part of the National Art Honor Society and was nominated by the National Art Honor Society. Brendan plans to attend the University of Florida, where he will study biomedical engineering. If we could get a big round of applause for 2017's Homecoming Courts. Big round of applause for the Riverview Kilty Band. Be sure to stay tuned after the game for the Manatee and Riverview halftime shows. And one final round of applause for our Riverview 2017 Homecoming Courts. King and Queen will be announced at tomorrow's homecoming dance. At this time, I would like to announce our winners for the homecoming floats. In third place, representing the Greek goddess Aphrodite, are Highland Dancers. In second place, representing the god of all gods, Senior Board. And in first place, representing the god of music, Riverview's Freshman Board. Congratulations to all winners of our homecoming floats, and thank you to all who participated in the building of these floats.
All right, thank you. That's Parker Padgett, your Senior Board Vice President. Thank you, Parker. And again, stay tuned following the fourth quarter for our both halftime shows with the Manatee High Band as well as the Riverview High School Kilty Band. That'll be coming up at the conclusion of the game.
Where it began, I can't begin to know, but then I know it's growing strong. Wasn't the spring, and the spring became the summer. Who'd have believed it coming along? Touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined
I changed the battery. Okay, I'll just get like this. Yeah, we're good.
You need anything, don't forget, you got some water
I'm
there.
good.
Right? You need anything?
I'm good.
All right.
It's a good game.
Oh, yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back and ready to begin the second half of play. Your score at halftime, Riverview 42, Manatee 7, with a 35-point differential at the
High school at Manatee Hurricanes trail 42-7 at the half. And let's go down to Jim Nelson. Jim, you got an update on Keon?
Yeah, I'm just watching him, and he's not going to be able to throw the ball, and I'm not sure he's going to be able to run the ball. His elbow's really bothering him. So it looks like Ryan's going to be starting the second half, and we'll see if Keon gets any playing time.
Didn't he have the same injury a couple years ago?
Yeah, but I'm not sure which elbow, and it's not as severe. It's more of a tweak than it is anything else, but a tweak keeps you from throwing the ball.
Dorian Hall kicking off, and it's kicked to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 30, to the, Cedric Waters slips and falls at the 48-yard line.
On the kickoffs.
They're going to officially spot it at the 39, so Ryan O'Neill will come out and quarterback this Manatee team with a 42-7 score on a running clock in the third quarter. Did not anticipate a running clock this early in this game. Didn't anticipate one at all. O'Neill sends a receiver in motion, and it's a reverse to Pollock. Pollock breaks a tackle back at the 36, but now he will go down right at the 36-yard line. It just, you like the play call, but
wasn't executed. They were in there too quick. They're not stopping them up front. They were all over that play.
They'll put it down
either.
It's just execution on the offensive line has not been good.
Second down and 12 for the Canes.
O'Neill sends two receivers to the left, two to the right. Ryan O'Neill will throw the football down, and it is complete to Coleman. Coleman turns it up and gets close to midfield. We'll see where the official puts him out, right at the 50-yard line, first down.
Nice throw, nice run, nice play.
13-yard pickup. Yeah, O'Neill, what he did was he got it out of his hand in a hurry. That's what you have to do against this Riverview defense. So the Canes right at midfield. Ryan O'Neill on the year, completing 71% of his passes. Has thrown for over 200 yards and a couple touchdowns. All of our game stats brought to you by CS&L CPAs. Numbers you can count on. Pollock goes in motion, and O'Neill will give it off, and it'll be Josh Booker to about the 48-yard line. Pickup of a couple, a little misdirection on that. Booker ended up picking up two. Josh Booker has had a fabulous year, averages over 8 yards a touch. Tonight he's been bottled up like the entire Manatee offense.
Sadly enough, he's doing it all on his own. When he gets the ball, they're in the backfield.
Second and 8, two receivers to the right, two to the left. O'Neill wants to throw, fires it out. It is complete to Pollock to the 43-yard line.
Nice catch.
Just short of the first down. It'll be pickup of about 5, so it'll be third down and 3.
It'll be third down and 3.
Third and 3 for the Hurricanes. Manatee trails 42-7. 8:51 to go in the third quarter. We've got a running clock. Canes send two receivers to the right, two to the left. Booker lines up right next to Ryan O'Neill. O'Neill takes the snap, and he will give off to Booker. Booker has the first down and more to the 40. To the 30-yard line goes Booker, carrying tacklers to the 26-yard line. Beautiful run by Josh Booker, and that's a 17-yard gain. They'll say he went down at the 27. First down and 10 for the Canes. Driving left to right. Looking good on this initial possession of the third quarter.
First and 10 for the Canes at the Riverview 27.
O'Neill out of the gun. Ryan wants to throw. He overthrows his receiver, Coleman. That time he just overthrew him a little bit.
He overthrew that one because the guy was right in his face. That was much more than he wanted to do it. He had Coleman open, but he just had to get rid of it. The guy was bearing down on him quick, and as soon as he turned around, there he was, almost right in his gut, and he just airmailed it out. And he threw it to a good spot, incomplete. Nobody else can catch it. That's fine.
Second down and 10, 7:38 to go in the third quarter. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. O'Neal wants to throw, and he breaks containment. Now he gets to the 30, turns it to the 25, to the 20, and goes out of bounds after getting the first down. What a great run by Ryan O'Neal. He was almost sacked twice, picked up 14 yards on the scramble, and it's 1st and 10 for the Canes.
He's quick, too, guys.
That's just a good job of getting out of trouble back there, boy. I mean, he was in a lot of trouble, spun out of the first one, spun out of a second one, and just kept on going, found some running room, and, at least the receivers went deep and off the other direction, pulled people away.
1st and 10 for the Canes from the 14-yard line. We've got movement. The offsides against the Rams. Go. A little over 6 minutes in the third quarter, running clock. Water break, so we'll take a timeout. 6:36 to go in the third quarter. Riverview leads 42-7. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football, presented by Conley Buick GMC.
This isn't just any beach. This is where I grew up. The most beautiful beaches in the world. Incredible water and unbelievable sunsets, which you can experience every time you dine at one of our waterfront restaurants. Such as the Sandbar, where you can dine with your toes in the sand. Enjoy seafood from local waters and produce from our farms to your table. I'm Ed Childs, and I invite you to join me at the Sandbar.
We'll have a meet and greet at just before kickoff for the Riverview and Sarasota game. That'll be coming up on Friday night, November the 3rd.
The Hurricanes have it 1st down and 5 now after the penalty. Ball on the 10-yard line of Riverview. O'Neal out of the gun. Sends Jackson in motion. O'Neal will hit the receiver at the 5-yard line. And that is close to another 1st down. That was Iro Jackson, I believe.
He'll bring it down
Jackson.
About the 5-yard line, very close to a 1st down.
That'll be 2nd down and 1. 2nd and 1. Canes send 3 receivers to the right. Bunched up formation. Booker in the backfield. You would think Josh will get the call here. And O'Neal will keep it, and he will throw it out at the last second, but they're going to say he's down.
They're going to blow it.
He got it to Booker, but the referee blew the whistle. So Manatee had it. Get this. They had it 2nd down and 1 at the 5, and they decided to do a little play action, and O'Neal was sacked back at the 18-yard line. So now it's 3rd down and 12.
3rd and 13.
3rd and 12. O'Neal with receivers to either side, 2 of them. O'Neal wants to throw, stands in the pocket, fires it over the middle, and it is caught for a touchdown. It's a touchdown for Michael Oliver.
Beautiful throw, guys.
O'Neal stood tall in the pocket and fired a 17-yard scoring strike.
And there were defenders all around. He threaded the needle right through him. It was a great throw.
So the Canes score on their opening offensive possession. Unfortunately, it's going to take up most of the third quarter with a running clock. It's 42-13. Extra point attempt now by LaFro. And he splits the uprights.
Well, he's got a good leg, guys. You know it?
42-14. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football, presented by Conley Buick GMC.
LaPensie Plumbing, Pools, and Air has proudly been serving Manatee and Sarasota counties since 1985. Our customer-first approach to the industry allows us to cover a wider range of services to fit your exact needs. From plugged-up sinks and broken gas pipes to leaky pools, we are your trusted full-service provider. LaPensie Plumbing, Pools, and Air, a reputation built on trust.
Canes get the touchdown. Beautiful throw by Ryan O'Neal as he hit Michael Oliver. Oliver, only a sophomore, 6'2", 150 pounds. That's his first touchdown of his varsity career. And with 3:20 to go, the Canes trail 42-14. The clock just continues to roll. I swear they stopped it up in Tampa when there was a running clock, when a team would score. But, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Not tonight.
LaFro to kick off on the Basil's Chicken and Ribs kickoff. It's a very high kick that will sail into the end zone.
That's great to have that for us, though, guys. For next week, even start next week's game. Hope we can start afresh. But having that kicker is really good.
Hey, even though it's not pretty, I can't leave Brad Meek out of this. That was a 6-play, 61-yard drive orchestrated by Ryan O'Neal, and there finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown pass to Michael Oliver. Point after good. Canes trail 42-14.
And all of our scoring recaps brought to you by Buccaneer Pond. Whether you're buying or selling, you need to visit Buccaneer Pond. So Riverview will drive start at the 20-yard line, driving right to left. Let's see if Brantley, I believe he's still the quarterback. Arthur Brantley done a fantastic job for Riverview tonight. He's in the shotgun. We're under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter now. Brantley takes a snap. He wants to throw deep. Cedric Waters is right there. And is the pass caught?
That should have been offensive pass interference. I think they're going to call defense, but he pulled the defender down.
Pass was caught.
He called it incomplete, I think.
Boy, Waters had great.
That referee there ruled it in.
He had great position on the play.
It's not a very good call. Hey, you go back and you look at that one on film. He had his hand to him. He was just hand checking him as you should. Head turned back looking for the ball, trying to come back to it, and the defender grabbed him and pulled him down to avoid the interception.
You know what? I think Cedric Waters could play cornerback. I know he can play in college. Just depends what level. As it's an inside handoff to the 45, to the 50, to the 40. There goes Boyce to the 30. And he stiff arms a man and goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. You know, Allie Boyce is very good, but have you ever seen such gaping holes?
No.
They're just huge holes. It's not like he's breaking tackles.
No,
wide open, just running wild.
Room. You and I could run back. Eddie could run in this right here.
Man, I could run there with my eyes closed.
Brantley throws it a little wide receiver screen to the 16-yard line. That could be the final play of the third quarter, believe it or not. It'll be second down and 6. They've slowed down their pace a little bit. Not a lot, though.
No.
Brantley takes the snap, and Brantley will keep it and goes down for a loss at the 20-yard line. That time the Manatee defense was in there.
Jordan Bing right there to stop that one.
He's had a good game.
Yes, he has.
And that's it for the third quarter. Riverview leads 42-14. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
The islands of Anna Maria and Longboat Key are incredibly unique, just like the menus at our 3 world-class waterfront restaurants, such as the Mar Vista Dockside Restaurant, a surprisingly innovative menu featuring fresh seafood. Enjoy a timeless, laid-back atmosphere in a location like nowhere else. Come and experience an old Florida treasure. I'm Ed Childs, and I invite you to come and be our guest.
Again, a reminder to stay tuned at the conclusion of the game for halftime shows with the Manatee High Marching Band as well as the Riverview High School Kilty Band. All that coming up at the conclusion of the game. Third down and 10 for the Rams. Brantley wide open to step on Turner. That's a touchdown, but we've got a flag in the backfield. And that one's coming back. That's going to be a hold against the Rams.
I'd like to see Ryan O'Neal get back on the field again here. But
That receiver was just standing there in the end zone. There wasn't nobody going at him aggressively or nothing.
So that'll be third down and about 20.
That was a 17-yard loss on that. It was 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. We had third down and got to get to the Gulf of Mexico here.
Clock rolling. We're under 11 minutes to go in the game. Third and 24. Brantley from the 38-yard line of Manatee. Brantley takes a snap, and he's going to flare it out. It's complete to the 35, to the 30. Well short of the first down. Boyce caught it out of the backfield, advanced it for about a 10-yard gain. It's still going to be fourth down and 14. And of course, they're going to go for it here. Why not? What are you going to do, kick a field goal? You're ahead 42-14. You can't punt it. It's at the 25-yard line, so you go for it. Brantley with Boyce in the backfield. Brantley takes the snap, wants to throw, fires it over the middle, and it is caught. Man, that ball looked like the official didn't have a very good look at it.
And once again, that'll move.
And it'll be first down and 10 on a third and 14. Brantley, low snap, he picks it up, lofts it into the end zone, and it's knocked down, incomplete. Good defense by the Canes. Was that Malcolm Claremont? Claremont making the play, so it'll be second down and goal from the 6. 9:30 to go in the game. 42-14, Riverview leads. They have controlled this game. Brantley sends a man in motion. He will give off to Boyce, but the Canes all over the ball carrier. Nice defense by the Canes. Man, Manatee's defense stepping up. Chauncey Green, we've needed more of that, but nice play by Chauncey. So now it'll be a third down and goal from the 8-yard line. Yeah, it's good to see this Manatee team still battling.
And goal for the Rams now from the 8.
Brantley out of the gun. Third down and 8. He takes the snap. He looks, he fires. It's picked off by the Canes, and they're going to come the other way to the 30, to the 40, run out of bounds. And Manatee gets the interception. A terrific play by Cedric Waters. Waters has played a good game tonight. Got the pick.
I thought for a minute he was going to take it all the way, you know it.
8:15 to go in our game. Clock rolling. Manatee trails 42-14. There's no way Manatee could win this game, but you could make it respectable. You could certainly win the second half. Canes are winning the second half now, 7-0. O'Neal sends two receivers to the right, one to the left. Ryan takes the snap. Sets it up, fires it to Pollock. It's complete. Pollock goes out of bounds after about a 4-yard pickup. Normally that would stop the clock, but not when a running clock is in effect. So Pollock picks up 4. Line of scrimmage, the 41-yard line. O'Neal has looked good at quarterback. He's already thrown a touchdown pass. Sends Pollock in motion. And he will give it off to Booker. Booker breaking a tackle to the 50. Booker spins ahead for what appears to be a first down across midfield.
Brought down by number 35, Nate Hines.
7 minutes to go in our game. I think he's going to be about a yard short. Not the best spot in the world. 48-yard line is where the ball is put down. 48 of Riverview. Manatee driving right to left. Third down and 1. O'Neal takes the snap, looks, fires over the middle, incomplete. He wanted Iron Jackson. Threw it just a little behind Iron.
He had a good call, too. I like that. Just missed it.
So it'll be 4th down and 1. Manatee obviously will go for it here. The Canes will call. Well, actually, it'll be a water break timeout. 6:35 to go in our game. 42-14, Riverview leads. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football, presented by Conley Buick GMC.
The islands of Anna Maria and Longboat Key are incredibly unique, just like the menus at our 3 world-class waterfront restaurants, such as the Mar Vista Dockside Restaurant, a surprisingly innovative menu featuring fresh seafood. Enjoy a timeless, laid-back atmosphere in a location like nowhere else. Come and experience an old Florida treasure. I'm Ed Childs, and I invite you to come and be our guest.
Induction ceremony. Meet and greet will begin at 5:30 over at the RHS gym, with the ceremony beginning at
Hurricane
6.
Hotline Wednesday night at Buffalo Wild Wings, the corner of Cortez and 41. 6 to 7, come out and join us for the show. That's Wednesday night at Buffalo Wild Wings. O'Neal is under center on 4th down and 1. O'Neal will sneak it ahead for the first down. O'Neal gets the first down to the 47-yard line. O'Neal's a big kid, guys. I mean, he is 6'3", 195, and he certainly looks the role of a quarterback out there. He has just had a fine game since coming in for the injured Keon Fordham in the second half. 5:55 to go in our game. 42-14. Riverview leads. Manatee has it 1st and 10 at the Riverview 47-yard line. O'Neal takes the snap. He fires a slant, incomplete. Wanted Coleman. Just zipped it a little too hard for Coleman. Coleman kind of stopped.
I think the intent was for him to get there and stop in that spot. He just threw to the wrong spot. He went and sat down on it.
Was open.
Yeah, he was there.
And look, I've watched enough practice. O'Neal can throw the ball.
Yeah, and I'd say body language on that one afterwards was Ryan was the one that missed the spot on that one. He knows it, which he had it back and probably connects.
2nd and 10, down to 5 minutes to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 47 of Riverview. O'Neal sends 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and he will give it off to Booker. Booker breaks a tackle to the 46. He almost was dropped back to the 50. That was a little bit of a slow developing play.
Sadly enough, it's just Josh is running his heart out right now. I mean, he is pounding away at it. The problem is he gets hit behind the line of scrimmage on everything, and somehow finding his way to get back to the line of scrimmage and positive yards on many of these plays.
My good friend, attorney Mark Nelson, just texted me. Syracuse is now up 24-17 over Clemson.
Shocker.
Quite an upset. Up in the Carrier Dome. O'Neal wants to throw on 3rd and 9. He's got a lot of time. He will throw the ball down for Iron Jackson, but it's picked off. Back at the 5. Back to the 20, to the 25, to the 29-yard line. Oh, now we got flags all over the place. We got flags now.
Everywhere.
And an injured player for the Canes. By the time they sort this out, the game will probably be over.
Well, I'll tell you what, if this ends up being offsetting in any way, shape, or form because our guy got up and jumped back on him, that's horrible.
They'll take their time.
To be honest with you, they could be on the verge of a possible ejection based on the way that guy came flying in there.
Down to 3:34.
Oh, this game will be over by the time they figure this out.
This is the silliest thing about the running clock. When they keep it running when the officials are confused and don't know what to do.
I love it. The white hat's looking the other way. The other guy's looking at the clock. He's saying, we hold this conversation a little longer. We're good. We're almost down to 3 minutes.
Where the Manatee coaches are going, oh, come on. We're down to 3 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. And there's no sign of what the officials will do.
Tick-tock, tick-tock.
And now they pull the other official to the side, and now they give it.
So we'll have a personal foul against the Rams, as well as a personal foul against Manatee, and another personal foul.
So 2 personal fouls against Manatee, 1 against River.
2 penalties against the Canes and 1 against the Rams.
So that'll be
they're going to tack
a
on some
15-yarder.
yardage at the end of
I'll tell
the
you something.
return.
There's just something about coming down here because I heard it from Palmetto guys. They came down here and said the penalties that are thrown are unbelievable.
Well,
not saying they weren't justified there, but it's just amazing.
We've had this crew before.
It'll be 1st and 10 as we approach.
I want to see Manatee keep it under 50. That's what I'm looking for.
Well, unless they go for 2, Eddie, I think you're
Yeah,
going to see it.
I'm going to see it.
We're going to go 5-0 in district play. 1 more district game to go coming up in 2
I'll
weeks.
start packing things up.
2 minutes to go in the game. We haven't even hit 9:30 yet.
So 1st and 10 Rams from the
We are on
45.
9:30 a.m. though. 1:52 to go in our game. It's 1st and 10 for Riverview at the 45 of the Rams. Inside handoff, and the freshman dancing
Terrible
around
tackling.
to the 40 to the 30. He's going to go. The freshman to the 10, and he is knocked out. Good defense by the Canes, knocking the freshman out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. Michael Hayes.
Well, you want to know how to keep them out of the end zone? If you're Manatee, just jump offside right now every time. You'll keep them out of the end zone because the clock won't.
We missed quite a few tackles on that
You
one,
know
guys.
the bad thing, if I was coaching, I'd probably have to do that.
I would. I know I would.
You'd what?
I'd jump
I'd have
offside.
to
I'm
jump
not going to let them
offsides.
score again. You like that? Just
Oh, yeah, that was good. That was good. So it's 1st and goal, ball just inside the 5. This Michael Hayes, the freshman running back, is really good. They're going to go down on a knee anyway. They're going to go down on a knee, which I'm not sure if this is just not more insulting. They've already crushed Manatee tonight. Now they're going to go down on a knee down
Apparently.
about the 3-yard line. Now they're going to take a
And
delay,
a
and
penalty
that's
on the
it.
play. That's going to be a
That'll
delay
wrap it
game
up.
against the Rams.
Riverview
That'll be
beats
a
Manatee
5-yard penalty.
42-14. We'll be back. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC. Hey, we won the second half.
LaPensie Plumbing, Pools, and Air has proudly been serving Manatee and Sarasota counties since 1985. Our customer-first approach to the industry allows us to cover a wider range of services to fit your exact needs. From plugged-up sinks and broken gas pipes to leaky pools, we are your trusted full-service provider. LaPensie Plumbing, Pools, and Air, a reputation built on trust.
Play. 1 more district matchup to go. The Rams are 1 district win away from back-to-back district championships. Ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned for the halftime performances of the Manatee High School Marching Band as well as the Riverview High School Kilty Band. We're going to turn things over to the band directors at this time. But on behalf of the athletic department here at Riverview High School and the voice of the Rams, Jake Wilson, thank you for joining us. Please drive home safely. We want to thank each and every one of you for joining us here tonight. Glad to have all the alumni back here tonight. And we hope all the students have a safe and fun time at homecoming tomorrow night. And stay tuned for our halftime performances.